We'll proceed in vector summation integral calculus. Vector summation integral calculus. In this series of discussion, we will take a very different kind of problem. There is a bank, there is a bank, and bank is asking people to deposit money. Someone can take fixed deposit in the bank. Like if there is a bank and I deposit some money in the bank, and that is called fixed deposit. Okay, if I deposit $100, 100 rupees, 100 ruble, any currency. If I deposit hundred of currency, okay, and then I do fixed deposit for T years. T means small t. T means small t. Okay, T can be 20 years. I deposited money 100 rupees or $100 into the bank for 20 years. In 20 years, I am not going to disturb it. Okay, bank is saying that you will get point, I'm sorry, 5% of the interest, annual interest on it. That is continuous. There is a continuous annual interest, and there is something called the kind of effective. There are two interest rates generally bank shows. If someone goes to bank, they will show it. Means if you deposit for 2 years, you will get this much interest. If you deposit for 10 years, you will get this much interest. If you deposit for this many years, you will get this much interest. There are two kind of interest. One is interest is called continuous interest, and one is called effective annual interest. If continuous interest is 5%, if continuous interest is 5%, then annual interest will be typically it will be higher than that, 5.33. This is the effective annual interest. What is annual interest? What is effective annual interest? We will talk it later. But for time being, I consider that there is a continuous 5% interest rate that bank provide on the money that is deposited into the bank for certain year, T year. T means small t. This is the example we have. Okay, now person deposited 100 rupees in that. Okay, then how much he expect after T years? That is question number one. How much he should expect after T years? There is something called annual interest rate. If someone consider 5% as annual interest rate, then people know it recurring deposit. What will be after n number of years or t number of years? 1 plus 1 plus the whatever the interest rate is 0.05. 5% means 0.05. 0.05 per year. 0.05. 1 plus 0.05 to the power t or n for how many years someone is making. How this formula is formed? If someone breaks it, 1 plus the rate, 1 plus 0.05 to the power n. Okay, how much it will be? If n equal to 0, if n equal to 1, after 1 year, how much he will get? 1 plus 0.05, 1.05 he will get. If he had deposited 1 rupee, if he had deposited 100 rupees, multiply by 100, 100 into 1.05. Okay, how much? This proves that if he had deposited 1 rupee, if he had deposited 1 rupee, he will get 1 plus 0.05 at the end of 1 year. At the end of 1 year, how much he has? He has 1.05 rupee. Okay, if 1 rupee becomes 1.05, then how much x rupee will become? X into 1.05. Okay, after 1 year, he is. I'm saying a simple way of mathematics, right? If if someone gives me 1 rupee at the end of 1 year, as per the promise, I am giving him a 5% interest. So he will get 1.05 rupees. He takes it back after 1 year. Then he is giving me 1.05 rupee again and saying now I'll take back after 1 year. Then what is interest on what 1.05? Okay, then it will be 1.05 into 1.05, because if 1 rupee is given, 1.05 is returned back. If 1.05 is given, then into 1.05 will be returned back, 5% on it. I believe it is all right. Okay, means 1.05 into 1 plus 0.05, 5% of it, it will be returned, or 1.05 into 5 by 100. That is the interest he is going to get back. Understandable, right? If someone is giving me 1 rupee, then 1 into 5 by 100, that is the interest calculated. That is 0.05. Principal plus interest 1.05 is returned to him. Now he is giving me 1.05 rupees. Whatever he received, he is giving me back for the next 1 year. Okay, what is interest on it? 1.05 into 5%. 0.05. 1.05 into 0.05. That will be the interest plus 1.05. That is the principal. I can take out 1.05 outside. It becomes 1 plus 0.05. Makes sense? Okay. Principal plus interest is the net amount I have to pay. Now, principal is 1.05 and interest will be out of this principal into 0.05. This is the interest plus principal 1.05. 1.05 plus 1.05 into 5%, 0.05. I have to return it to him after 1 year. Okay, someone can take out 1.05. It will become 1 plus 0.05. Means 1.05 into 1.05 after 2 years. After 3 years, whatever I return him after the 2 years, on that amount, I have to multiply by 1.05 again. Means I have to keep multiplying 1.05 into 1.05 into 1.05, like that. Then after any year I have to return 1 plus the rate is, that is 5%, 0.05 to the power n. Simple mathematics, right? This is called annual interest. I am giving him annual interest. This is not the continuous interest. Okay, I am giving him money back at the end of 1 year. That is true. But in between, if he is breaking the amount, in between he came back after 6 months, he came back saying that, boss, I want my money back. But you said you will take after 1 year. No, I want my money back. Then I'll return him 1 rupee only. Because interest is annualized. Once 1 year is over, then only the calculator will come up and calculate the interest. In between, if he is breaking, then he won't get anything. Take 1 rupee back. This is what I can give it to you. You had to come after 1 year only. Okay, but there is some, then he will say, boss, I'm not going to come to you again. You should give some money. If half 6 months are over, after 1 year, you had to give 0.05 rupee to me. 0.05 as interest. Give me half of it, that is 6%. Not even half of it. Give me quarter of it. If it's not even quarter, give me 10% of the interest. Give me something. No, as per the calculation, we cannot give you anything. Next time he will never come to you. Okay. Now next time I'm announcing that, boss, interest rate is not annualized. Okay, I'll give you interest rate 5%, that is the end of the year. But in between, if you break it, then you will get something. How much you will get? That depends. Now 5% interest rate is the continuous interest rate. What is continuous interest rate? Okay, continuous interest rate means, what is interest? If consider y is the amount that someone is depositing. Y is the amount someone is depositing. That is 100 rupees or 1 rupee. For example, he is depositing 1 rupee. At any moment, what is the new amount? Then I can say your initial amount is y0. At the time 0, your initial amount is 1 rupee. You deposited 1 rupee. Initial amount is 1 rupee you deposited. Y 0, y, and at the bottom right subscript 0. Y 0 equal to 1 rupee. When time was 0, at the beginning you gave me 1 rupee. Yeah, that's true. Now, what is y? Y means at any time. What is y? Y should be a function of y0 and time. Y0 is the beginning money, and after some time I have to calculate it, and then how much money he would get. Okay, then what is the interest then? Interest, then what is interest? What is called interest? Interest is something like dy by dt per unit time. How much the deposit is changing. That is the interest rate. Dy by dt. What is dy by dt? Consider t is 1. 1 means 1 year. 1 unit. That's why I always say one is never means one. One depends upon what I say. Sometimes one becomes one picosecond also. One means one picosecond, 10 to the power minus 12. One nanosecond, 10 to the power minus 9. Microsecond, 10 to the power minus 6. Millisecond, 10 to the power minus 3. 1 unit. So dy by dt, y is the money. How much money is changing per unit time? That is dy by dt. What is dy by dt? Dy by dt is the interest rate. If t is 1 year, then in 1 year, how much y will change, not the amount, change. Change will be 5%, 0.05. That much change someone can see. If someone had deposited 1 rupee, there will be a change in it, that is 0.05. You have to add the change to 1 rupee and say, this is your amount, take it back. You had given me 1 rupee, right? That is the principal initial amount, or $1, or 1 ruble, 1 Chinese yuan, or the I believe France is franc, or Switzerland is franc, Swiss franc. Switzerland, the currency is franc, I believe. They are not part of European Union. Switzerland is not part of European Union. European Union has euro as currency. So Switzerland is still franc, I believe. So I gave you 1 franc. Very smart country though. Very beautiful country though. Okay, so I said smart in other way, means country is very good. Smart means they are smart by business. People are very good. Okay, government is also very good. Okay, anyway, now if someone has given me 1 unit of money, 1 Swiss franc someone has given to me, then dy by dt. Now someone would ask, if he is a mathematician, he is not a simple person. He is going to the window and he is saying, tell me what is dy by dt. Now he is perplexed. The counter person is perplexed. He is not understanding what's going on. He said that I am giving you y0 now. Y0. Tell me what is dy by dt. Okay. He will say that there is a 5% interest on the money. No, no, no. 5% interest is annually, or it is continuous. Okay. No. Annually continuous. That's why I'm asking, what is dy by dt? What do you mean by dy by dt? Okay, if you don't understand mathematics, dy by dt is the where t is in years, 1 year, 2 year. I'm talking about what is the annual interest you give. Yeah, this is annual, but it should be continuous. What is annual and what is continuous? If I talk about interest rate in the term of dy by dt, even though we are calculating t as 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but it is formed as a continuous rate. What is continuous rate? If someone is, that's why the mathematician is asking, what is dy by dt? 5%. Okay, I understand 5%. Now that person is going after six months saying, give me my money back. If he is returning one franc again, he will say, no, no, you promised about dy by dt, not annual. Annual means every year you will get 5%. dy by dt, even though it is T is 1, 2, 3, 4, T is 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but someone is free to make it zero point 0.5 also, because it is continuous. That's where calculus comes into the picture. Okay, whatever, calculus or whatever, I don't matter. It doesn't matter. But formula is same, 1 plus rate to the power n, or to the power t year. That much you will get. No, 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 no. That era is over. 1 plus rate, 1 plus rate and to the power n or t to give the net money from the bank after t year or n year. That era is over. Now era is of dy by dt. Even though t is in 1, 2, 3, 4, then you have to tell me dy by dt. If dy by dt is 5%, one is the rate, the rate, the accruing rate per year rate is 5%. 1 plus 5% into 10 into power n, that will be the net money someone would receive, or someone has taken loan from the bank, and bank is saying it is 5% annually you have to pay. Then after n years, or t year, he have to pay 1 plus 0.05 to the power t, that much amount. But there is something called dy by dt. Dy by dt means where t is in 1, 2, 3 for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Dy by dt, and that rate, I am saying 1 plus rate into the power n, that rate, and dy by dt is also r only. If I saying 1 plus r to the power t or n is the net amount someone will receive after 1 plus a whole multiplied by what is the initial amount, y0. Y0 into 1 plus r, that is the rate, 1 plus r to the power t or n year, that much amount he will get after t years. Okay, but this is breakable if you break after, if you break in between, if you break in between after 4 years, if you break, you will get t equal to 4 only. If you break after 9 year, you will get t equal to 9 only, not between 9 year and 10 year. Okay, mathematician doesn't like this kind of thing. He is saying, I don't trust in your 1 plus r to the power n. Tell me dy by dt. What is dy by dt? R only. Rate. No, but this is different. Dy by dt is different than rate. Okay, I cannot say the net amount you will get is y0 plus 1 plus dy by dt into the power t. This is not the case. Dy by dt is per year, that is true, but it is continuous. Then how you calculate it? It is continuous rate of change. Okay. Then how it is? Okay. How much is the rate of change per year? What is the formula? Okay. Formula is something like that. Dy by dt equal to cy. Now this is another formula. Dy by dt equal to ry. What is R? R is rate of change. Now things are different now. R is rate of change. Dy by dt equal to Ry. R is rate of change. What is rate of change? 0.05. What is Y0? Y0, okay, dy by dt equal to cy. I see C as a rate or ry. Okay, y is the, and hope, I'll rephrase it. Okay, one formula people understand it, that y equal to, y means at any time what will be the money, that is y. Y0 means at the beginning how much money is deposited. R is per year how much interest he is giving. N or T is after how many years he is taking back his money. So y equal to y0 and in bracket 1 plus c. Now let's say interest is c. Instead of r I say c. 1 plus c to the power t. Y0 in bracket 1 plus c to the power t, or y0 1 plus r to the power n. This is what generally people find in the book. Y0 initial amount in bracket 1 plus r rate into the power n. That era is over now. What is new era? Dy by dt equal to ry. Dy by dt equal to ry. Dy by dt means, y means what is the current money is. Y means what is current money. Y0 is the initial money deposited. Y is the current money after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. What is Y? What is the net money right now? Dy by dt at any moment, the change in y by t, at any moment what is change in y by t, that is equal to whatever money you have at that moment multiplied by the interest rate. Okay, means if someone has deposited money y0 in the account, 1 rupee in the account, then 1 rupee multiplied by interest rate, that is 5%, that is the dy by dt at that moment. Makes sense? Dy by dt equal to r if y0 is 1. Dy by dt equal to r into y. At any moment, what is the amount that bank has, that amount multiplied by the interest rate, that is the dy by dt. If amount is 1 rupee in the bank at the beginning, 1 rupee multiplied by 5%, that is dy by dt. Dy by dt is a current interest rate, where C or R is the fixed interest rate that the bank is claiming that you will get. But it is continuous. Dy by dt is C only. Okay, dy by dt It's C only, but at the beginning. After that, dy by dt is changing. Depends upon the money. Okay, means after 3 months of the time, not 1 year. Even though dy by dt, we are saying t equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But dy by dt, change in the money per unit time. Change in the money per unit time. That is the interest rate. Per year, how much you get. That is change in the money per unit time. dy by dt, dy by dt is proportional to or equal to the fixed interest, that is 5%, into y. What is y? Y is growing every second, every microsecond y is growing. Okay, the way it is something like uranium. What is decay of the uranium? dy by dt equal to cy. Whatever the mass of the uranium is decay rate is proportional to the mass. If uranium is very big size, then decay will be faster. Okay. If uranium is small, then decay rate will be smaller. Okay. Decay rate means per gram how much, per unit time how much gram of uranium it is losing. This is called decay rate. Okay. If uranium is 100 kilogram, then probably in 1 month it may lose 20 kilogram. Okay, if uranium is 80 kilogram, then in next 1 month it will not lose 20 kilogram. It will lose less than that, because the rate of decay is dependent upon how much amount of uranium you have. So as uranium is decreasing, the kilogram or gram per unit time, the decay is also decreasing. So it depends upon the mass. Similarly, if I talk about the interest rate depends upon how much money you have in the bank. Okay, but that is the same thing we talked in the earlier discussion. Y equal to y0 bracket 1 plus r to the power n, but that is annual, not fraction of the year. After 1 year, y will become y0 into 1 plus r. After 2 years, it will become y0 1 plus r. That was the after 1 year into 1 plus r. After 2 years, y will become y0 1 plus r bracket into 1 plus r bracket into 1 1 plus r square. That will it will become. Every year we are multiplying it, but here it is changing moment by moment. Moment by every microsecond, the rate of change is varying. There every year rate of change is varying. Rate of change is varying. That's why after 1 year the principal amount becomes bigger. In first 1 year the principal amount is always one, either 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 3 months, whatsoever. Principal amount is always one, whereas interest is calculated per year basis. After 1 year, principal amount become higher. Then interest rate is provided. More or less the effective interest rate will be higher. So interest rate is changing, but it is changing year by year. Not every microsecond it is changing. And with calculus, it is changing every microsecond. dy by dt, that is the current interest rate. Current interest rate. If I go to the bank after 3 months time period, bank had declared that you will get 5% of the interest rate. Okay, if someone is going in old style of interest rate, then if someone goes to the bank after 3 months just to inquire what is the interest on my deposit, then he will say 5%. After 1 year, he is going to the bank, then he is asking that what is the interest on my money, then he will say little higher. Okay, he does not know that this is what is something like that. Okay, after 1 year, means if he goes after to the effective interest rate will grow, effective interest rate, because principal is changing. Principal amount after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, it is changing. Here principal amount is changing every microsecond, every picosecond. Principal amount is growing every millisecond, and at any moment whatever the principal amount is, on that principal amount I have to multiply 5%. That is the actual interest rate at that moment. So interest rate is growing there also in the old style of the interest rate. Okay, but here it is also, here it is growing moment by moment. So dy by dt equal to cy. or y, cy. Now tell me how much money I will have after 1 year as per your new concept. Okay, then someone can integrate it. Dy by dt equal to cy. Then y equal dy by y equal to c into t. Natural log of y equal to ct plus a constant. Okay, then natural log, then y equal to exponential of ct plus a constant, exponential and to the power in bracket ct plus a constant. That will become c to the power constant, I'm sorry, e to the power constant into e to the power ct equal to y. E to the power constant. Now let's calculate y when t equal to 0. When t equal to 0, it will become y equal to e to the power k. Means e to the power k is y at the beginning, y0. Now I can rephrase that y equal to y0 e to the power ct. C is interest or r, whatever understandable. Will give really what we are thinking. Yes, it will give. Okay, y equal to y0 e to the power ct. Earlier y was y equal to y0 in bracket 1 plus c to the power t. If it is growing annually, then y equal to y0 in bracket 1 plus c to the power t. T is in year. If it is growing every moment, then y equal to y0 e to the power ct. Both are different. E to the power ct. When t equal to 0, then y equal to y0. At the beginning, you have y0. That is what you have deposited. When t equal to 1, then t equal to 1, then e to the power 0.05, whatever it comes, e to the power 0.05, what it will be higher than, it will be y0 into e to the power 0.05. Earlier it was y0 into 1 plus 0.05, 1.05, y0 into 1.05. Here y0 into e to the power 0.05. It will be little higher than that. But what is benefit here? Since it is in variation of t, someone can place t as fraction also. So if someone is saying that it is 6 months, that t is 0.5, then it will be y equal to y0 e to the power c, that is 0.05 into 0.5. That will become e to the power 0.025, 2.5%, 0.25. Then someone will say if it is half, then he will get half of the money. No. Since it is exponential grows like this. If I talk about exponential grows like this. If this is x-axis, if this is x-axis, then exponential grows like this. Okay, exponential grows like this. So if he try to withdraw the money in 6 months, during the 6 month, whatever the peak he is taking, next 6 months the peak will be more than double, because exponential is not a straight line. That either he withdraws after 6 months or 1 year, he will get same kind of interest. Not true. He will get lesser than half. Okay, this is the new concept that is coming in bank. What is your interest rate? 5%. But effective, you will get more than 5%. What is effective? Effective means if someone say t equal to 1, then y equal to y0 e to the power 0.05, e to the power 0.05. E to the power 0.05 will be higher than 1.05. Little bit it will be higher. So mathematician is happy now when he went to the bank. He is happy now. If he withdraw after 1 year, then he is getting more than what was mentioned earlier. That was y0 in bracket 1 plus 0.05. That is the interest rate to the power 1. Means whatever the principal amount is into 1.05. Here whatever the principal amount is into e to the power 0.05, it will be little higher. It will, I believe, 5. If it is 5%, then it will be 5.33%, something like that he will get. But what is great here? Now in this equation he can put t anything. If he'd want to withdraw after 1 year, 3 months, then he will put e to the power c, that is 0.05, and t 1.25, something like that he will put. And whatever comes, he will return it back. Okay, since it is exponential, if you keep for more duration, your amount will grow exponentially. Someone can see. There is a difference between exponential. If I say 1, this is the x-axis. This is x-axis. This is 1, e to the power 1. I don't know what is e to the power 1. I believe 3 point something. 3 point something is e to the power 1. Or 2 point something. I have to say it. Okay, this is 1. E to the power 1 is, if I say 3, then this is the 3. E to the power 2. E to the power 2 will not be 6. It will be higher than that. So more you time you keep, you will get exponentially high amount. Okay, that is actually true. Okay, people find this exponential very useful. We will talk about how to get E value. Through calculus only we get E value also. What is E value? People say E means exponential or natural log. Natural log is base of E. What is E? What is E? No one understands. What is E? Okay, E, where from E came? But whatsoever. This is how it is. Okay, so more time he keeps. So in 6 months, if he is getting this much interest, in 1 year he will not get double, more than double. So better he keep for longer duration. This is the concept of exponential. But if he keeps 1 plus r to the power n, that will break only after a year. Okay, he will not get. So here he will be more benefited. This is what bank are not nowadays. They are showing two rates. One rate is the annual rate, and one annual rate, and another rate is the one rate is the annual rate in the sense that continuous rate, and one is the at the end what is the effective annual rate you get. Okay, anyway, so concept is starting that a bank started another kind of scheme, that where you deposit amount at the beginning. You deposit amount at the beginning, then every year at the end of 1 year. So if someone is depositing amount as Y0, 1 rupee, 1 rupee he deposited in the account. After 1 year, he is getting e to the power ct. T is 1. After 2 years, if he withdraw, he will get y0 into e to the power c into 2. C is 0.05, 5% interest. After 20 years, he will get y0 e to the power 0.05 into 20. That will become 1. 1. So he will get y0 into e. Whatever the e is, if e equal to 3, then he will get 3 times of it. Okay. Now bank has started new scheme every year. So beginning you deposited Y0, right? Yeah, I deposited Y0 amount. After 1 year, you can come to the bank and you can deposit some amount in the same scheme. You don't need to open another account. Makes sense? Someone after 1 year he accumulated some money and he want to open one another fixed deposit amount account. Then after 1 year he accumulated some money. He want to open every year he have to open fixed deposit account. So many. Suppose that he is trying to deposit for 20 years. Then first he accumulated some amount and he went to the bank saying, I want money after 20 years only. I am not going to withdraw before 20 years. Trust me. Okay. Then the banker put the money into the fixed deposit. Okay, he gave on the paper, he gave y0 equal to e to the power ct, where c is 5%. This is what you will get. Okay, he went home happily and then he calculated and it came as y0 into e to the power 1 after 20 years. E is if 3, then he will get 3 times what he have deposited. After 1 year, he is feeling he has some money. Then he is going to the bank and he is saying that the fixed deposit I did, there I want to deposit. He said there is no feasibility like that. You have to open another fixed deposit amount. Every year he is coming like that. And there are many customers who is doing like this. Now bank has come to a problem. How many fixed deposit amount they will create? And the depositor is also in problem. How many certificate he will carry? Okay, then they said, okay, let's have another scheme where every year you can deposit some amount in same scheme, no problem. So after 1 year, he went with the S amount of money, S amount of money, and then he deposited there in the same scheme. After 1 year, again he went with the S amount of money. At the beginning, he deposited Y0 amount. Then every year, S amount of money he is depositing. Now tell me that after T year, how much he will withdraw? If it T is 20, then after 20 years, how much he will withdraw? If T is 100, whatsoever. T can be anything. They are infinite T, right? He can withdraw after 2 year, 2 months, 10 year, 20, 10 year, 5 months. He can withdraw like that. He can withdraw after 10 years, 5 months, 5 hours, 5 minutes, 5 seconds also. Okay. Now someone can tell how I can solve it. Can we use dividing problem into n different? This solution what we are going to talk now, it is not available in any of the book. Anyone can try. We are not repeating anything. Problem we are repeating that is available in the book. That is true. But solution we are not repeating any of the video since the beginning till end. Whatever calculus we are talking, none of the formula we are talking here is available in any of the book. The way the methodology formula at the end formula will be same, but the methodology what we are talking about the mathematics, it is not available in any of the book. Okay, people may find this kind of, so if someone talks in mathematics, what it would be, then dy by dt, the interest rate at any moment, dy by dt equal to c into y, because c into y is the current amount that bank has in your amount in your account, multiplied by the c plus s. S is the amount that you are adding, because that amount will be added to whatever. Suppose after 1 year, 1 year, what is the rate of change in the amount I see after 1 year? Then C into Y. After 1 year, at that moment, what is the money you have in your account after accruing interest? Whatever the money you have, that is C into Y. Okay, whatever money you have into account at that moment. Okay, at that moment I have Y. At that moment I have Y. Then at that moment, what is the interest rate you will get? That is dy by dt. Dy by dt equal to C into Y. At that moment, what amount you have? Y. Y multiplied by 0.05. Yeah, true. That is the interest rate you have. That in dy by dt, interest rate is that much, plus plus S amount that you are adding there. Okay, means y into c, dy by dt is proportional. It's proportional to the dy by dt. The interest rate is proportional to the money you have in the account at any moment, multiplied by the interest rate. Okay, plus that is the interest rate, that is the net money, interestable money, plus s, what you added in the account. So if I consider I add another 1 rupee. 1 rupee I added at the beginning. 1 rupee I added at the beginning. Okay, after 1 year time frame, if I say, then 1 rupee became some rupee. 1 rupee became some rupee, that I don't know how much it became. 1 rupee became some rupee. At that moment, y is not 1 rupee. 1 rupee is y0. Okay, so at the beginning, if I say, at the beginning, what is dy by dt? Then it is dy by dt. Hop, hop, hop. What is at the beginning? What is dy by dt? At the beginning, dy by dt equal. Oh, I'm sorry. Dy by dt is same is varying with the y0. At the beginning, the amount in the account is 1 rupee y0. So at time equal to t equal to 0, dy by dt equal to c into y0. Okay, that is the interest rate I am getting at that moment. Okay, that is dependent upon y0. Okay, after 1 year, okay, after 1 year, I am depositing S amount of the money. So if someone has question here, he can think about it, because this is what comes as a mathematics. Dy by dt equal to C into Y. What is the amount at that moment? Plus S. S that I add extra out there. Okay, after I add it, then S will go inside Y only. S will go inside Y only. But right now, Y is the amount in the bank. Okay, C is the interest rate. If I multiply, this is the interest rate plus S dy by dt equal to Cy plus S. This is the formula that is applied. Now S will go after some time once he deposited after some, but S, then someone will say then S is the Y one. S is not the Y because S is deposited after 1 year. That will not come directly as Y because Y is the amount that came from the beginning. Okay, and then if I'm adding S, interest rate will start on S at that moment. What I'm trying to say, there are two things here. Okay, one is at the beginning what amount I deposited. Consider that person want to withdraw money after 2 years. Okay, after 2 years, then whatever money he has deposited at the beginning, that is y0, after 2 years he will get e to the power c y0 into e to the power c y c2. I rephrase it. Okay, a person had deposited amount y0 in the bank. A bank, and he deposited y0 amount, y and subscript 0. That is the beginning amount he deposited in the bank. Okay. Now we calculated formula. If dy by dt equal to cy, then y equal to y0 e to the power ct. After 2 years, or consider he had deposited for 20 years. Then after 20 years, he will get y0 into e to the power c into 20, that is e to the power 1. That much he will get. After 1 year, that person is depositing 1 rupee again. Then he will get on 1 rupee, he will get interest for 19 years. So that 1 rupee is separate from this calculation. Okay, how much he will get? Then he will get y equal to y0, that is another 1 rupee. Or consider he is depositing half rupee. I won't say 50 paise, half rupee. After 1 year, he is depositing half rupee into the account. Now that process will be separate. For half rupee, half into e to the power c into 19. C is this much he will get for the another half rupee. 1 rupee will go for 20 years with a separate equation. Means, means, means by computation, another amount that he deposited after 1 year, logically it will create another fixed deposit for it. For customer it is same. For window person who is taking the money, he is pushing in the same amount, but computer is operating separately. Now for computer there are two separate fixed deposit. One fixed deposit is going for 20 years. One fixed deposit is where the deposit happened after 1 year, and it is going for next 19 years. That is different. Okay, at any moment, what is dy by dt? Then I cannot say after 1 year, whatever the y is because of the y0 plus I added s amount, that is not the same. Because s amount will go in a separate manner. If someone make it as a mathematics, then it will come as dy by dt equal to cy because it is going in one path. Okay, plus s that he has deposited. If I say this is the mathematical equation and this is the scenario, can someone bring as y equal to how much? Y equal to how much? Y should become as again as y0, that was initial amount, and c and time and s. Okay, if someone mathematician is there, the question is dy by dt equal to cy plus s. That is the formula. Okay, if someone is really depositing money in the bank, then every year he is depositing s amount. S dy by dt equal to c into y. C into y plus s. The unit of s will be dy by dt only, means amount per year. Amount per year, how much he is depositing after 1 year. Okay, s is the amount that he is depositing every 1 year. He is pushing inside the account. Okay, then dy by dt, the change in the y at any moment is cy, whatever the money at that moment before he deposited s amount plus s. Okay, so if this is the time equal to 0, time equal to 1. Here y0 money has become y, and then s is added. After that, after 1 year, whatever it will do some computation and then it will become y. that y will proceed with the at after 1 year at any moment. If I say what is y, then y will not be at the 1 year cy plus s. That will not be the y. S will be transformed into some calculation that net y will be little different. And on that y, we will have dy by dt equal to cy. Makes sense? Okay, what will be that y? Then after 2 years, from the beginning 2 year, whatever the new y is, upon which we have C as interest plus S amount I am adding. Okay, and then y will be little bit different. The S amount I am adding after 2 years, that S amount will be how much it will be. Now, okay, what I should understand from him, from this calculation, one person can understand in this fashion. Okay, if if I take from the beginning only, if this is the zero time is zero, I deposited y0 amount, and y0 amount after 1 year it becomes y0 into e to the power ct. Here I added s number of amount into that. If s number amount is added after 1 year, then consider s equal to y0 e to the power ct. Then what will be y0? Then s into e to the power minus ct. S equal to y0 e to the power st. If I have added s number of amount, this amount has what significance if I had added at the beginning only, so that it would have become s amount. Makes sense? Now S is the end amount. S equal to what was the S0? S equal to S0. What was the beginning amount I would have deposited? That it became S amount. Then I can mix with the Y. Now S equal to S0 e to the power Ct. Then S0 equal to S into e to the power minus Ct. This way I know S0. Now I can say the beginning amount is Y0 plus S0 to the power e to the power ct. That will be the y. Or I can say y equal to c dy by d c into y. What is the current amount? Okay, where y0 is actual y0 plus s0. If I add another s amount after 2 years, then this s amount is what is the effect of this s amount if I had deposited at the beginning only, so that after 2 years it become s amount. That amount will be less. Okay, altogether, if someone keep on depositing till the 20 years, for all the amount I have to bring back at the zero location. Then I'll make it as a full beginning amount, and then I will say that amount to the power e to the power ct. This is the one way of calculation. Okay, but at the end formula is dy by dt, the change in the account at any moment, equal to cy plus s. Okay, because calculation is happening yearly wise. So s is amount per year. Now, can someone solve it? That is the concept. Can someone solve it? dy by dt equal to cy plus s. Okay, I believe we have given the answer. Okay, S, how many years, how many years he is depositing, or when he can withdraw the money. Anytime he can withdraw the money. Okay, someone can think about it. Dividing this, what is the solution? What solution we are pushing here? That is dividing problem into n different parts. This solution is not there in any of the book. Divide problem into n different parts and then try to solve it part by part, and then add it, add it. If I receive three oranges every hour, if I receive three oranges every hour, then how many oranges I will have after X hour? Then someone would say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 X times. If I receive three oranges every hour, how many oranges I will have after 5 hours? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 3, 5 times. After X hour, 3 plus 3 plus 3 X times. 3 into X, 3 into dx. Repeated addition becomes multiplication. Multiplication becomes integral calculus. Is there any repeated addition here? At the beginning, y0. After some time, s. After some time, s. After some time, s. But things are not same. Things can be made same in an abstract manner. Okay. At the beginning, I am receiving, as per the bank, I am receiving Y0 amount. After 1 year, I am receiving S amount. After 1 year, I am receiving S amount. After 1 year, I am receiving S amount. How much it will be? Okay, I am at the beginning, I am receiving three oranges. After 1 hour, I am receiving three oranges. After 1 hour, I am receiving three oranges. After X hour, how much I will have? 3 into X. In calculus, 3 dx. At the beginning, Y0. After 1 year, S. After 1 year, S. Is it not similar? Something like that, repeated addition. We are adding S every year with some kind of complexity. Complexity can be brought into linearity as far as abstraction is concerned. We will talk about it. How to divide the problem into n different parts and solve it. If it is really very complex, then we can use vector also. But with that, we will do. Please don't mind supporting us. +91 is the India country code. 9483160610 is the telephone number. +91 is the India country code. 9483160610 is the telephone number.